Welcome YouTube to our double review of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Decade
and Kamen Rider Diend.
Before we go into articulation, we want to take the time to show the differences between the two heads. Now this is the normal Decade head. It has the yellow jewel and the round eyes.
And this one here is the Violent Emotion head with the purple jewel and the slanted eyes towards the top of the head. Okay, the head can rotate 360 degrees, go up and down, and back and forth a little bit there, and it can also go from side to side.
Diend's head articulation is a little bit more restricted. He can rotate 360 degrees, but as you can see, it's hitting right here, so you have to raise his chin up a little bit so it can get clearance. His head does go up a little bit and down a little bit. He doesn't really have any forward and back movement. That's just kind of like the ball joint kind of moving around in there. But he can go side to side, that much.
Okay, for torso articulation, we got a ball joint up here and down there. It can go side to side, that far, and that far to the left. It can go back and forth, that far, front that far. Go from the side, right, and left that far.
Diend has the same two ball joints up here and down there. However, because of his chest armor, he cannot go the same distance as Decade, but he does still go side to side a little bit. He goes back pretty much the entire way Decade did, but not nearly as far forward or side to side. But considering how bulky this is, it's pretty good.
Okay, the arm can rotate 360 degrees. The shoulder armor is on a hinge, which can lift all the way up, completely out of the way. The arm can come up that far out. The arm section below the shoulder can rotate 360 degrees. There we go. The elbow is on a double joint, which can come up to about that far. There we go. Okay, the hand can go completely around 360, and it can swivel a little bit there. A little wrist action.
Again, Diend is not quite as articulated as Decade in this department, but he can rotate 360 degrees. The armor cannot be moved all that much, therefore his arm only goes about this far out, but it still does rotate below the shoulder, and the elbows are still double jointed, get a little bit more than a 90-degree bend, and his hand does have that swivel right there and can be rotated 360 degrees.
Okay, for leg articulation, his hips are on a type 2 joint, which prevents him from doing a split. It's about as far as he can go right there. His upper legs can swivel back and forth that far. His legs can go that far forward and that far back. He has a double jointed knee. He has the metal style feet. It can turn 360 degrees. That far in, and that far out to the side. The feet go back that far and forward that far. And his toe is on a hinge, which allows him to go that far up.
Okay. Diend's legs, unlike his upper body, are not hindered by anything, so they have the exact articulation of decades. So he has the type 2 hips. They can be brought out that far. They twist right here. They go that far forward, that far back. They're double jointed. And he has the metal style feet that can rotate 360 degrees, bend that far in, that far out, go back that far, go forward that far, and his toe can bend that far.
Okay, as for the accessories, as you see, he comes with a lot of them. And we'll start off with the closed fist hands. Card holding hands. The trigger finger hands. The open palm hands, and the K-touch hand. And the heads, this is the violent emotion head and the normal head. And his ride booker, which does open up. If I can get it, there you go. His blaster or gun, and his sword. Let me back up here, and there you have it.
As for Diend's accessories, he comes with focus, there you go, 2 fists, 2 card holding hands, 2 trigger finger hands or holding things hands, depending on if you want to give him someone else's weapon. It comes with 2 splayed open hands and his gun in the open form. The closed form comes with Diend Complete, which is a Tamashii Web exclusive, so expect to pay over $50 if you want the closed one. And his final set of accessories are the cards. It comes with the Diend card, his final attack ride card, his just normal attack ride card, his invisible, Ryo Troopers, Kamen Rider Oja, Kamen Rider Kaiksa, and Kamen Rider Ray, along with a generic bat card for pretty much any random card you want it to be.
Final thoughts. Decay's costume translated well into an action figure. I really do like the option to have either the normal or the violent emotion head on him. His wide array of accessories enable you to reenact several action poses seen in the show. I do highly recommend this figure to fans of Kamen Rider Decade.
Final thoughts. I love this figure simply because I love Diend in the show. Yes, his articulation is hindered by his armor, but it was also hindered in the show, so I can't fault the figure for that. It's just the design of the suit. That having been said, I recommend getting Decade first, simply because it is his show, so he does get more love from me. But Diend on his own merits is an excellent figure. You can get one on eBay for between $38 and $45 normally, so it's not expensive. So pick one up now.
This is Akira 2805
and Dragon 969 Reviews.
See you at the next review.
Okay, take 42. Action.
Type 2 hinge.
It's a hip, damn it.
I know.
It's a hip. Alright, cut. I see the light.
It's a miracle.
It's glorious.